I think Ten Hag burned a lot of things, burned a lot of bridges for me, man. He didn't work out with him, and we all got gassed. We all thought, oh, he's the guy, and he's the guy that's gonna hopefully like lay down the foundations and actually stick to his principles. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not looking at this like I'm excited. I'm not genuinely excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually kind of fearful for him. And I feel bad for a lot of the fan base who are getting way over too giddy for my liking, because to me, I never actually ever think it's on one person. I think there's a rotten culture, and I think we have to be honest with ourselves as United fans. There is a rotten culture at this football club. There is things that are going on behind the scenes at this football club that exist, that whether we get excited about a coach, whether we get excited about a player, they just come and die here. We're a graveyard. We are a graveyard, right? So, and I don't trust INEOS. You know me, what my ideas about INEOS. Do I like the fact that they actually went out there? You know, Rance, we were talking when we came on your show and we heard the news the other night. Was it on Monday? We got on there and we all agreed that they have to go now and put the money on the table and go, we're a big club. We need to get somebody. You know what I mean? In that sense, make a statement.
And they did.
And they did. So we give the props to that. We give props to that. They're actually to doing that. They have done that. They've not done another interim. They've not done any of that. They're not messing about. They've gone and did. Now they have to go all out. They have to go all out and support this coach. And I think this is where I'm waiting for the structure of the football to step up now. It can't just be him. We can't all be hanging on one person, and I don't believe that. And for the culture
to be clear that we're not anymore from what they've done.
Well, in some sense, yeah, but then these are the same donkeys that gave Eric Ten Hag to ruin the first 25% of the league season, bro. So at the end of it,
I don't think that's true, though. I don't think that's true.
We don't know the context behind that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's true.
Now we do, bro. We do know the context. They got rid of. Let me just finish. They got rid of everybody except for him. And and all you have to do, if you're doing a strategic review, all you have to watch is just watch some of the games to realize that this guy was on that trajectory. He lost these players. A lot of the articles were there. He came out and said majority of these players were like, yeah, see you later. They went on holiday. They went with the international teams and were thinking this guy's done out here. That's it. They were going to look forward to a new season with a new manager. So this idea that what they did and how they handled it, for me, it was them just saying, oh, we'll stick with him. Now, somebody's saying that, oh, they were trying to play three-dimensional chess when they got the letters the fans wrote, the fans uproar. I don't give a damn about that, man. I don't give a man about that. If you look at cold-hearted, if you do strategic review, Eric Ten Hag was never the guy, regardless he won a game in the FA Cup final, right? Yeah. And even now, Pep's come out. I know it. I know it around Manchester. Everybody knows it around Manchester. Man City were on a piss, man. Let's be real.
No,
Pep came out.
Pep said it in his interview. He said they were hungover, but Nuruddin, let's be balanced here, yeah, because Ratcliffe has come out categorically and said that obviously because Newcastle were playing silly buggers, yeah, and obviously because of the gardening leave Barada was on, them two man didn't start working till July, and he said, yeah, that it's not his job to make the decision on the manager. He said that. So because they weren't in place, you got to look at Tuchel and De Zerbi. We only having talks with these guys because these guys were free to talk to people, and they didn't think, that they were convinced by these men enough, to pull the trigger before the experienced man had come in. So we know that the Ten Hag thing was just a band-aid over an open wound. We know that, but they never kind of hid that. He made it clear that the people that he needed to make the decision weren't in place in it, and that was not their fault. That wasn't their fault. We didn't know Newcastle were going to do the fuckery with Ashworth. We thought it was going to be a straightforward thing. They dragged it out for months. So that's not really on INEOS, bruv. So as much as it's unfortunate how it's gone, I can't look at them and say it's your fault that he started in July, because it's not. It's because Newcastle were moving mad. Do you know what I mean? So we have to be balanced here.
But we also know, bro, like there's actually a fact that Dan Ashworth sent an email from that, and you know, he got caught bloody communicating with United. The fact that I don't believe, and we know that all it takes is just different phone numbers to be able to, that those two him and Barada were not contacted and were not in line with the decision that was made. For me, that was a waste of time. Like, it was the biggest, clearest thing to shake hands with Eric Ten Hag and go, you know what, Terra, get the next man in. Even if that next man in, you only want him for a year and a half or 2 years. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? For me, I felt like we wasted a lot of time. That's what I feel like. I feel like I can't get back that 9 games of the Premier League. You know, I'm not asked about no Europa League, me personally. But that 9 games of the Premier, I can't. And I had to witness fucking Spurs pop us off the park and fucking Liverpool. I had to witness that.
But Nuruddin, I think that's emotion speaking for the simple fact that.
But I am emotional, bro.
I know, but I'm saying logically, yeah, there's more of the season to go than has passed.
Yeah.
The season's not done. If we end up now winning the Europa League, yeah, and finishing in, like, say, the top 4 for argument's sake, all of a sudden, the beginning of the season, none of us remember it, bro. I'll be real. Like, no one remembers it. So as much as, yeah, they could have, do you know what I mean? Newcastle could have not been pricks and made it easier for us. Do you know what I'm saying? That there's a lot of things that could have happened. But one thing these men have shown, yeah, with how swift, yeah, because we talk about them penny pinching, yeah, they didn't penny pinch on the manager. Them man asked my man how much. They said, what, 10 million euros plus XYZ for his staff? Cool, hold the money immediately. There was no haggling for a week to get the price down. Them man just paid the money. So this thing where we're saying that these men are penny pinching and that, bro, they're not penny pinching in certain departments, bro. That they saw a manager they believed in, they put the money down, they put their money where their mouth is. That's what we wanted. They acted like a big club. They went and took someone's manager in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that's the key thing for me,
bro.
Yeah,
I gotta respect INEOS for that, because as much as we're on INEOS fraud watch, and obviously they've hurt us, let's not forget, by not acting in a timely manner that we wanted as fans. But again, they've swiftly moved this man on and swiftly also secured another man in the 48 hours after he's gone. So kudos to them, you know. And I said this, I was big on this, that INEOS are not sacking him because of penny pinching and because of counting money, and they're broke billionaires, as you know, Rance was saying as well, broke billionaires. But they've done that, and I've got to say respect to them for that. It's not a random manager; it's a manager that's sought after by teams that want to play progressive football. Young manager that is looking like he's got huge potential. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm happy with that. What is it? 15, 17 mil for Eric, another 10 mil for. So just around 30 million. It's not a joke of money, innit? It's not a joke of money just to splash out 30 M's for a manager middle of the season as well.
Well, what I'm emotional. By the way, if you're not emotional about your football club, I don't know what the fuck you are. So people in the chat can hold.
No, you can be emotional about the club, but I'm just talking about this specific instance, not the club in general.
Right. The biggest thing for me is that they made a mistake. So the 250 people that they let go, the fact that they got money from Fergie, all of that is supposed to save the club 30 million. Well, they've spent the 30 million. They're spending the 30 million now. They gave him 17 million, and if they're gonna get rid of. If they're going to pay out Van Nistelrooy, I just listened to it before I come on here. Van Nistelrooy.
Shout out Ruud, man.
Ruud's presser. And basically, he's got the 2-year contract in it as a coach.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, for me, I'm just like, you should have saved yourself that amount of money. You should have saved yourself that money. The most logical thing. The most logical thing, bro. But Saeed, the most logical thing was just to part ways with Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah, no, bro. We all knew. I think that's the biggest thing for me. I think they now realize they made a mistake. And the biggest thing in life, though, is when you make a mistake, you have to own it, and then you have to act. And if you don't act, and you don't rectify that mistake, then that's when I look at you differently. But if you do, then I'm like, you know what? I'll give you respect there. And that's what they've done. Not only have they rectified their mistake, they then went and got an Amorim who's well sought after and one of the best coaches in Europe, let alone best in the Premier League. We're talking about in Europe. You know what I mean? This is a guy that should have went to Liverpool. Didn't happen because he wanted to play a back three system. They didn't want to do that. We're looking at a manager that, let's be honest, Pep Guardiola leaves. Amorim is at the top of that list. You know what I'm trying to say to you, alongside Xabi Alonso. So we're not talking about no.
It's the same thing about Eric Ten Hag, though, Saeed. That he was on Manchester.
Okay, I'll tell you the difference between
top of the list, and that's what I'm saying to you. I really want to find out. I really want to find out how you guys feeling. We'll see in your top 2. We'll see in your top 3. That's the conversation I really want to have. Like, if we can have that conversation.
The thing is with Ten Hag, though, and listen, we can only go off what Amorim shows us here, but the thing is with Erik Ten Hag, he came in and said, "Yo, I'm not playing the Ajax football." Do you know what I'm saying? He's not going to play this way, which I look at from Amorim's kind of football and the way he's trying to play right now. Like, he's in a league for me anyway that's better than the Dutch league anyway. Like, I believe that the Portuguese league is a tougher league than this.
Yeah.
We've shown it in Europe. Benfica have done business. Sporting Lisbon have done business. Porto have beaten Arsenal last season. So let's not go on like this league's a bum league. You feel me? So there's competition in there. But also, I just think for me, a young progressive manager right now who's got a lot to prove as well, and can speak in English very, very fluently. His communication you can see is a bit better. Like, you can almost see there's things that are different to Ten Hag. It's not the same. You feel me? So I've got a different feeling towards Amorim than I felt towards Ten Hag. Even though the probability of him being a success and a failure could be similar, we don't know yet. That's for everyone else to understand. But I could just get advantages from Amorim and just a better feeling right now with him than I don't. That's simple as that.